What's up, everybody? Patriots, public opinion is back. You know what really pisses me off about our country and the people that live here is how motherfuckers are so uneducated about the shit that they're talking about. Everybody wants to jump on a bandwagon and hate this or hate that because of the fact that that's what they're being told to do. We live in a population of fucking zombies, man. People that can't think for themselves. They don't read. They don't learn anything. The only thing they know is what the TV tells them, what the people around them tell them, and they just tend to believe it. I got yelled at today because somebody who was driving behind me saw my Trump sticker in the back of my truck. So, by seeing that Trump sticker in the back of the truck, it was assumed, apparently, that I'm a racist, you know? They drove up next to me at a stoplight, smiled at me, asked me to roll my window down. I'm sitting there thinking, maybe I left something on the truck or whatever. Maybe I dropped something. Maybe something's wrong with my truck. This person's trying to be a nice person. Nope, I roll my window down, get screamed in my face that I'm a racist, and then the person drives off, okay? Let me explain something, man. And this is really just an opinion, but there's a lot of facts to back it up, and y'all motherfuckers can go look them up if you want to. I don't believe that Trump is racist, okay? And y'all motherfuckers need to get off this bandwagon of thinking that Trump and everybody that supports him is racist. Look at the facts. Look at the stuff that's going on with this country, okay? And I'm going to give you a couple facts on that is. So, first off, anybody that wants to play the racist card between Biden and Trump, Biden has a history of racism. Going back to the beginning of his political career, he legitimately helped Bill Clinton create a bill that was to keep African Americans in prison longer, to give them longer time for the same felonies that everybody else got. He has multiple times in his career made comments about things or had discussions about things that were just openly racism or racist, and even a few times on interviews when asked about it just completely ignores the questions like it didn't happen or refuses to apologize. And he stood at the funeral of a man who was the Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan and cried for him like he was at a funeral burying his father. Biden is a racist piece of shit. On top of his ignorance, man, he's just a hateful individual. Okay? And you got to think, this guy was helping with the Clinton administration. He helped with the Obama administration. These are two of the most historically corrupt families in fucking politics and presidencies. Okay? And you can look up all kinds of shit about it. All right? Trump's a New Yorker. That's the first thing you got to understand. New Yorkers say what the fuck they mean. Trump is a businessman who owns an empire. Okay? When he says that he knows secrets about these people or he's speaking about them, he probably does, because nobody knows your laundry like your lawyers, your priests, and your business partners. And he's done business with all these families. Okay? At the same time, though, Donald Trump was bringing jobs back to America. He was lowering the cost of living. He was supporting the fucking military. I've seen videos of him showing up to Gold Star families at funerals and hugging the mothers and telling them that he was sorry and shedding tears with them. You remember when the Marines got killed in Kabul? What did Biden do when they were bringing them home? Looked at his watch, acted disrespectful. Trump never did that. Trump, in the process of getting on his helicopter when the Marine's hat blew off his head, Trump took the time to go pick the hat up, put it back on his head, and render a proper salute to this Marine. Trump ran the country like a Fortune 500 company, which is what needed to happen, because that's the kind of country that America is. It's based on business and industry. Things were getting good, okay? On top of that shit, all right, Donald Trump might speak out his ass. Don't get me wrong. I wouldn't necessarily say out his ass. I think he's actually an incredibly smart individual and knows a lot of what he's talking about. And he says a lot of things people don't like, but they're true. But yeah, he should stay off the social medias. Maybe his comments strike people a little raw sometimes, and I get that. But you got to understand, a lot of this world thinks that Trump becoming president or running for president again, they act like it's some kind of joke, and it's not. Trump is probably the most honest man that sat in that seat in the past 40 to 50 years. We needed him. We need him again, you know? And the only reason that people don't like him is because of the shit that they've heard about him. But they don't take the time to research. They don't take the time to get to know things about him. For instance, did you know that Trump, as a businessman, before he was president and even after he was president, he donated more money to historic black colleges than any president in history, even Barack Obama? Did you know that Trump has supported the rights of people living in ghettos and tried to bring jobs and money and, you know, things back to them to get them on their feet, not just to offer them health care or government assistance or, you know, whatever. He's actually trying to give them purpose and a way to survive. You know why countries like Russia never fucked with Trump? Why Vladimir Putin liked him? It's not that he liked him, it was a respect. Vladimir Putin, whether you like him or hate him, is a fucking lion, dude. Trump was too. And Putin recognized that. Putin knows these politicians that are sitting in office now are people that are unrespectable and they're afraid of him. That's why he's making the kind of moves that he is, man. And I'm not sitting here trying to go on a political rant. I'm not trying to bend y'all to my viewpoint or anything like that, but goddamn, man, open a book, read some history, learn a little bit about what it is that you want to talk about, because I gotta be honest with you, man, these political families that have been in office since the early 90s at least, most of my life, have been some of the most corrupt and egregious politicians I've ever seen in my life. And Trump was the first person. Of course he has secrets, man. Everybody has secrets. But Trump was the first one who came out swinging, and he was honest and he was for the people. That's what makes him amazing. That's what makes him a great man and a great president. He's for the people. He doesn't give a fuck what the government or the politicians want. He doesn't care about all the political bullshit. He's a businessman, and the business in this country runs by the people, and he cares about the people. And if you haven't figured that out yet, then you need to do some research, bub. We're in a bad situation in this country. We are hurting. We are going downhill. And love him or hate him, he was starting to build a path out of it. And I'm sick of hearing people say, oh, well, all the minorities, they don't like Trump because he's racist, because he's hateful. Dude, I grew up in the hood with Hispanics and black people for the most part. The majority of the ones I know are Trump supporters. They love him. They look at him like a gangster. They look at him like one of them, man. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm just saying, man, y'all got to actually figure out what it is that you're fucking talking about before you just go screaming at somebody with a Trump sticker on their truck. Oh, you're a racist. You're a bigot. No. By the way, just a couple facts for you, man. Are you aware that the Democratic Party was built off of ideals that included... Give me a second. Sorry, I'm lighting a cigar. The Democratic Party was raised off ideals that were committed to keeping a majority of people poor and a certain few rich and in power. It was built off ideals to keep people fighting each other and people enslaved. The Republican Party was created by freed slaves and men who truly believed in the people before the government. This is a government that's supposed to be for the people. The whole reason the Second Amendment was created in the first place was so that when a corrupt government started knocking on the door of the people could overthrow the government and take it back to what it was supposed to be. Man, look, y'all can think left if you want to, but I was raised right.